Mad Maxine Waters completely uncloaks, showing exactly who her owners are. The rich elite who attend fancy parties and throw money at Democrats. Hello and welcome to TST. If you're new to the channel, tap on the subscription button and press the notification bell so you can receive news and updates that you can rely on daily. It's been unusually long since we've seen Mad Max's mug floating around the interwebs, which is great, but unfortunately, she's back. Yes, folks, it's looked like she is back in the news. However, unfortunately for her, the reason why she's relevant again is not going to make her very happy. Now, we all know that the Democrat Party is a wolf in sheep's clothing. The DNC loves to pander to the downtrodden with promises of free stuff, stolen at gunpoint or at least under the threat of the government's gun if you do not fork over your hard-earned income from your neighbors. The Democrat Party also loves to tell everyone how they cannot succeed and how it is all those evil white people and evil rich people's fault. Divide and conquer is their business. And if you take a look around, business is good for Democrats selling civil strife, hate, and division. What really gets me is how brazen and bold some Democrats are when it comes to pandering to their monopoly men benefactors. Take Mad Maxine Waters, for instance. Maxine Waters has made herself a career out of railing against the rich in front of the cameras, when she is not throwing the people who built America and keep our economy going under the bus. She is attending their parties with her purse wide open, looking for their donations, likely in exchange for some sort of legislative favor in return. The American Lookout reported, "For years now, Democrats have been claiming they want big money out of politics. Yet, Maxine Waters just claimed on national television that California should have more say in the Democrat primary process because of all the big cash generated for Democrats at fancy parties in Beverly Hills." You couldn't make this up. The Washington Free Beacon explains, Maxine Waters says California should have more say over primary process because of its rich donors and fancy parties. Representative Maxine Waters of California said that California should have more influence of the Democratic primary process because the state has so many wealthy donors. "We have candidates who fly out to Los Angeles from everywhere to raise money," Waters said Thursday on CNBC. "You should have 2, 3, 4 at a time in Beverly Hills having dinners, and some of our contributors who are very rich were holding fancy parties trying to accommodate the requests for donations and contributions. The thinking is that if we are supplying tremendous dollars to candidates, we ought to have more say," she added. Take a watch.
Works by raising sort of that support either way. All right, so you're not necessarily casting any aspersions on how he's going about this. Then one final thing, and it's just about the fiasco that Iowa has been the last couple of weeks and the primary process from here on out. California has moved up its primary. It's going to assert more weight going forward. Iowa obviously will assert less. So how do you think that's going to affect who becomes the nominee in your party this time around and in the future?
Well, I think my state is extremely important, and that is why we moved up our primary. As you know, we have candidates who fly out to Los Angeles from everywhere to raise money. As a matter of fact, it had gotten so that you would have 2, 3, 4 at a time in Beverly Hills having dinners, and some of our contributors who are very rich were holding, fancy parties, trying to accommodate the requests for donations and contributions. And so, the conclusion, the thinking is that if we are supplying tremendous dollars to candidates, we ought to have more say. And of course, beyond that, a lot of people have come to the conclusion that it should not simply be Iowa and New Hampshire, that certainly they are not reflective of the makeup of this country. And so California has a role to play.
Apparently, Mad Max is so out of touch that she cannot even comprehend how insanely hypocritical she sounds. The rich elite Democrats should get the power, not the poor Iowans. They don't even throw the big parties we do, one wrote. Democrat Representative Maxine Waters complains that Iowa and New Hampshire are the first caucuses and primary. She says she thinks California should have more say in Democrat primary because of all the money rich people in Beverly Hills give Democrats during fancy parties and big money fundraisers. Love how she puts down Iowa and New Hampshire. I'm sure that the representatives from those states would love to have a chat with her. From another Twitter user. An embarrassment every time she opens her mouth. As Sun Tzu said, never interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake. Carry on, Maxine. Let me know your thoughts and reactions in the comments down below. And haven't you checked out the official Tasty store yet? It has a variety of Patriot-themed custom t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, phone cases, and tons more. Make sure to take a look and maybe help us out picking some products for yourself at great prices. It does make a huge difference to what we're doing here. Link in the description below. If you've loved this report, let us know by tapping that like button down below. Share the news among friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more news and updates on TST. This is David Ravine, and I'll catch you in the next one.